Hey guys, way past time for an update. I know, I'm sorry. I am okay. I'm obviously still alive and kicking and fighting. We have stabilized some things with my health. So as long as I take certain nutritional supplements and I'm very careful with what I eat, I do okay. Um, there are a lot of foods that I'm still reacting to, especially systemically. And it's all seeming to go back to like oral allergy food syndrome, latex food crossover, things like that, where I'm actually allergic to pollens and latex and those sorts of things, not the foods themselves, but the foods, certain foods have those proteins in them. So it carries over. So until I've done my allergy shots long enough that it builds up that immunology, till my immune system gets back up to speed, I will continue to react to a lot of very common and mundane foods like onions and garlic and tomatoes and potatoes and basically all the foods. So I am very grateful for what I have, even though it can be exhausting and frustrating and annoying to have to cook everything for myself. Um, but we're finding our way forward, and I've been able to maintain my weight. I'm feeling good with what I eat most of the time. I still can have some treats. Yum Earth has Skittles and candy corn I can have. I can still have chocolate. Thank any gods and higher powers that exist for that. Um, so it isn't all terrible. Um, I love my job. I love the kids. It's a really great fit. The nanny thing is absolutely an amazing gig. I love it, and I hope that it can continue for a very long time. I really, really love the family. I can't say that enough. Like, I adore the kids. I adore the mom. They're awesome. Um, I've been working with my plants more and working toward setting up a store of sorts to propagate and sell plants, but I'm not quite there yet. It takes a lot of prep and organization and work and propping. So we'll get there. But I have some plants that I really love and adore, as well as Rapunzel. The name totally slipped me. Rapunzel. You can see her behind me on the wall. But there's a lot of other plants. Legal issues. God, I'm so sick of the legal system and court and all of that. The the ex who falsely accused me of harassment last year, that case continues. We, October 1st marked the, well, actually September 30th, marked the day of our breakup and when his other poly partner assaulted me. And yet here we are still dealing with the fallout of his charges of harassment. The pedophile that I reported this spring, who the cops decided to completely ignore the rape sexual assault portion, they're now really wanting me to talk about that and work with them on that. They're wanting more info and stuff about the pedophile guy that I had offered up very willingly at the time. And now they're coming back months later saying they need it for the case. And honestly, in my opinion, it's all just a bunch of really fucked up bullshit. um like I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I'm so done with it. I am so sick of our legal system. It is not here to protect people who need protected. It is not here to bring justice to the innocent. It is not here to bring justice to victims. It is not here to prosecute people who break not only laws of our land, but like every moral, ethical code that exists. Like, they don't give a fuck about that. All they care about is money and power and control. And it's all just one big gang that caters to the wealthy, the privileged, and keeping their own little world secure. Like, I'm so sick of it. On that note, I lost the second order of protection, even though there are still charges pending against my soon to be ex husband. The local police department is still investigating and looking to prosecute him for third-degree assault and potentially more charges, up to and even including burglary, for the manner in how he broke in and what occurred. But the magistrate did not grant a permanent order of protection because I wasn't scared enough in the video footage that he saw. So you can't win. Like, you get dramatic and you show your emotion, and then you're just an unhinged female that needs mental help. If you learn to control that and regulate, and you stay calm and collected, and you react in a very logical manner in the heat of the moment, which, side note, a lot of autistic people will do, even apart from that being like a method that you can learn to deal with things, then you're just not scared enough, and there's no reason to grant you protection. So it's all really fucked up in my opinion. But since the law failed me, we resort to other means. And in this case, I felt like the adage, the old saying, keep your friends close but your enemies closer, was very applicable. So when ex-husband came back, I tried to keep things very friendly. I tried to keep him happy. And that worked well, pretty well, up until today. We had our temporary orders hearing. Which I didn't get everything I asked for or even feel like I was entitled to or deserved, but I do feel like the magistrate was very fair and just, and he did grant me some temporary maintenance until our permanent orders hearing end of December, as well as ordering that my soon-to-be ex-husband pay for some of my legal fees, not all of them, but some of them. In other news, the friend that had come to stay with me ended up helping out some via rides, places, occasionally, stuff like that. That was about it though. Nothing else really happened that I was hoping would. And the thing that I was really hoping wouldn't happen did happen. And I was sexually assaulted again. I had to kick him out. That has been by far one of the lesser dramatic pieces of my life, but it has existed. So it's really just been kind of one thing after another here. But I haven't forgotten about you guys, and I'm just really torn on what to do going forward, because I found out today in his sworn testimony in court, he willingly volunteered the information, my ex-husband, that he actually subscribed to my OnlyFans profile while there was a temporary order of protection in place. So he did violate that, but we've already had that court hearing, and it would cost a lot of money and a lot more court dates to try to do anything with that at this point. So I have to decide going forward if I'm going to continue trying to do any content creation or not, knowing that anything I put out there, even on OnlyFans, is subject to him finding out and subscribing to and keeping tabs on. And I don't know what to do with that right now, because I love you guys and I don't want to lose you guys. But I don't know how to work through all this or move past all this. And it's a lot all at once. Especially when other members of my family are also fighting their own fights. And like my sister, who is still Mennonite, she and her husband are going up hard against the church. And one of their children was hurt through the school and church, and they're fighting that very hard, and I'm incredibly proud of them for what they're doing for their own family and for some other women that are being abused in the church. But it's a lot to process. It's a lot to be up against. It's a lot to try to figure out where I go from here. And I really, really just want to move on with my life and be happy with my plants and maybe create some things that some people might find beautiful or cool, or maybe not, but will make me happy and give me some fulfillment. I want to go to medical school still. just, I want to move on and forward, and I don't know if I can do that while still sharing so much online. I don't know if I can find the safety and security that I need. So I don't know if it's all going to burn to the ground again or not. I don't know what it looks like going forward from here, and I welcome input from anyone who cares to give it. But yeah, life has just been crazy. And obviously this video is a great example for why I suck at TikTok and Instagram and everything else, because I cannot condense content well, and so it's really just all of you that have, for whatever reason, liked me as a person or sexual being or whatever and stuck around. Thank you for being here. I do really, really appreciate each one of you and the words of encouragement, the financial support that some of you have given along the way, the just ongoing belief in me when honestly there's a lot of days I just want to throw in the towel and call it done. Like, at a certain point, hasn't a person been through enough in life? Like, how many uphill battles do I have to fight before I get a chance to exist? But I'm not trying to complain, it's just lonely and hard. But I am grateful for you all. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the few friends that have stuck through it. And I am still fighting, and I am still trying. And I love you all. And I want you to be good to yourselves. And I want you to be good to others. And just know that I really love you, care about you, and I miss you all. I miss sharing. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to reciprocate the love lately. But I hope you're finding joy and fulfillment in life too. Take care.